Oh, what up, all my vending bro and broettes? It's your boy Bangarang at it again. We're just doing a little grading. So right here, I threw in a 4-chamber. Got all my favorites in there. Got some unfortunate news today. Unfortunately, the price of candy has gone up again. And this is with our two most favorites, Skittles and Starburst. Not bad right here. You know, the interesting thing is there's a whole bunch of quarters in here, and then you look in the front and you're like, wow, I mean, this is like, looks like it hasn't moved. Looks like there's like plenty of candy in there. But surprisingly, there's been some action. I mean, not surprisingly, but based on what it looks like, you wouldn't think so. Now, as you can see, we can see it kind of slot out in this one, which is nice. So on the right side, it would be the peanut M&M. Wait, no, it would be reversed. So, are we talking Skittles, gumballs, peanut M&Ms? And then we can see what this portion's out to. See what's most popular. I'm just gonna go ahead and figure it out like an amateur. The temperature in here could be cooler. There's definitely no air on. That could be a concern. I was worried about some sunlight coming in here, but I don't think it's really hitting the candy machine as long as I don't have it too close to the window. But it is hot today. I gotta keep up on my dates and make sure I'm on them. I feel like my last date on this location is inaccurate, possibly. So if we're counting right there on the Skittles, looks like a pretty good pull. About 20. Now this isn't for certain. The gumballs usually do much better. And for some reason, there's not much going on. Are we entering a slow season? Are the gumballs working accurately? Because it looked like only about $5. And then over here, we're doing what would be, I think, the peanut M&Ms. Which is looking like it's about 8, 9 or so in cells. 9 in cells. So right here we're looking at 34 minus what is that? 2.4, 6.8 off the top, leaving us about 28, 6.8. Not bad, depending on the numbers. We were here not that long ago. I think putting some gumballs in, 6.8 off the top. So hopefully with the Starburst this does better. But yeah, and then we're going to go put this machine to upgrade another location that has one of my old machines that I'm trying to get rid of. So remember, that's been the process all year, is upgrading all the machines. And we're getting towards the end of that, which is nice. Moving on to the next, got a lot to do today. Unfortunately, I tried putting Starburst in a candy slot. It's not working triple candy, but you can see a lot of action on the Reese's and the Skittles. I'm going around upgrading, so this is a great. I was on my way to another location. I was driving by and I was like, hey, I got a location over here. So I just took out from my other barbershop, right? We upgraded the Weber. Now all of a sudden I took that. It's kind of a trickle down effect. And now I have this here, which is great. Skittles look fresh, peanut M&Ms look good. Gumballs look good. It's a little overstocked, but I'm gonna ride with it because everything's dispensing well, looks fresh, and it's shaded moderately okay temperature in here. So I think the candy should survive. Also, I want to give them a chance to see if they actually want to use it when it's all fully running with fresh candy, right? I also was thinking this could be a good spot for a 4-chamber. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see what's in the back right here. I feel bad, like I said, I probably eaten someone's money a few times. Unfortunately, it looks like there was some action and then maybe it just got stuck or something. So I'm definitely, you know, as much as these machines are pretty good, I gotta let them go, and I'm upgrading. So the nice thing is this is a zero vig location, so anything in the back I get to keep, and we'll work out those numbers right now. All right, let's go ahead, and I just pulled this machine out. Go ahead and see what the action is in the back. Like I said, I mean, the one of the slots, the Starburst, wasn't dispensing, which sucks for both of us, right? So that's what we're working with right here. You know, it doesn't look like much. But like I said, this isn't a 20% location, right? So we could throw 20% on top, has what the numbers would be, right? This place isn't too far away. It's central to everything. So, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal to get here. And like I said, it's super shaded. I want to say they have long hours of operation, and there's a constant flow of customers and a handful of employees, right? So it's not the best location. It's my only nail salon, to be honest with you. But it's good enough to say, hey, you know what? Nail salons could really be like one of those hidden gems, like a best kept secret, you know? They totally make sense, because you have people hanging out getting their nails done. You got the employees that are stuck there all day, you know, and if you look around, there's really no snacks around here, you know? Look at that. We're at 29.25. We're still going. And keep in mind, the Starburst may have been working for a while. Maybe they stopped working. Maybe Starburst is the whole reason why we have these numbers, but we did see action on the Reese's Pieces. We saw action on the Skittles. So right now I threw in peanut M&Ms, Skittles, and specialty gumballs. And the nice thing is, it's a good machine, right? So there's not going to be any issues. Now the question is, what's the best candy? But if these are the type of numbers I can get from a nail salon, you know, I should probably try to get more, because you don't really see them at nail salons, yet there are a ton of nail salons. $35. Now keep in mind, if I was giving out 20%, which I normally do, that would be $7 off the top, and it would really be like this location made $28 in sales. So I'm just saying, 35 pure profit minus the candy is pretty good. It's pretty good. I got to check the dates on this. Obviously, it's been a couple months. I know I'm checking on other locations. I haven't been pretty much since I went to Vegas. We're at the beginning of September, right? It's like September 5th or so. And so I was probably here June, July, August. Yeah, so the earliest I've been here was at least 2 months ago, if not 3. I'm doing better to track. But yeah, 35, not a bad pull, guys. Not a bad pull for a nail salon with 2 working candies. We don't know. Hopefully the Starburst wasn't out of commish for too long, but we know I probably had some luck getting it to work initially, and then it probably just jammed up, right? So unfortunately, no, you can't be using Starburst in a candy slot, but you can be using Starburst. You can be using Starburst in a gumball slot. But like I said, I have some bad news. Sam's right now is all out of Starburst. Fortunately, there is Smart and Final, which is great. But unfortunately, they just raised their prices on Starburst and Skittles. Some good luck, bad luck earlier. I went in and I saw that the price of $9.98 per pack went up to $11.19. And, you know, obviously that hurts because I buy so much of those particular candies. And I'm curious to see if Sam's Club is going to follow suit or not. You know what? Actually, it's not as bad as I actually put it out to be, because their price wasn't $9.99. Their price was $10.99 at Smart and Final, and so now the price is $11.19. Technically, it only went up by 20 cents. This actually just dawned on me right now. And Sam's Club has them for $9.98. Let's hope they stay that way, and let's hope that they get more. The other advantage of Sam's is you can build up the rewards and then get bucks off, right? You get the Sam bucks, which is nice. But anyways, moving on to the next location. Lots to do today. Let's hope they keep the price point at $9.98, and plus they also offer delivery, something I haven't been taking advantage of, which I should be, because of every time I drive out of my way to go pick up some candy, that costs me time, that costs me money, and then I have to go to maybe a Smart and Final and pay an extra $1. Now an extra $1.19, $1.15, $1.25 or whatever. It all adds up. So if I have a Plus membership, it says after $50 it's a free delivery. So let's hope they get more in stock. Let's hope I start getting on the rhythm of just getting it delivered to my house, unless, you know, I happen to specifically be driving past one, right, and needing the candy. But I got to be better about that, because if we add up all the time, all the money, it's a huge difference, right? I mean, it's micro amounts of time and money, but it all adds up. Every dollar, every minute, it all adds up. Let's go. That bunching up effect is paying off, because here I am running into another location. I wasn't planning on stopping by right now, but on my way to the one that I happen to be just coming up the street, and here I am. So boom, nail salon, boom, barbershop, boom, next barbershop, all within a short distance, right? And so at first it feels uncomfortable, you know, or wrong, or like should I even have something so far away? And then when you grow around it, you're like, wow, okay, this is starting to pay off. Let's take a look at what's going on in here. I was probably here once again a couple months ago. So let's hope they're open. Let's hope I can go in, check on the machine, see if it needs any restocking, and we'll go from there. Actually, why don't you just hang out with me for a second? Let's... Nice. What's up, D? Chilling, thanks. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Looking like everything looks good. Levels look good. Candy looks good. Machine looks good. Let's just hope. All right, we're back in business. What up? Candy machine looks good. Looks a little overstocked on the specialty gumballs, but their life lasts a long time. We do have the Skittles and Starburst, very popular. Machine looks good. I want to make sure everything's dispensing correctly as well. I know it's easy to assume that, but you got to test it at least once. So right here, Number looks a little better. We're at 1325. Not the best, but has a little bit of pulse. I just don't. I think there's just not enough employees or action at this location. So we're going to see how it does in the next few months, and then see if it's worth keeping around, because it is a 30% location, not 20, not 0, 30. So at this point, 13.25, 1.3, 1.3, 1.3 is 3.9, rounded up, brings us to 4 off the top. One, two, three, and 4 off the top, leaving us with a 925 pull right there. Good thing I went back and checked. The Skittles were only dispensing about 8 pieces, so I went ahead and increased the amount that they're dispensing. So we're at more of a 10 to 12 range, which is perfect. 8 is not cutting it. It feels like you're getting skimped. So I adjusted that, and when I tested the Starburst, they weren't dispensing. So it didn't really seem like anything was in the way too much, which is kind of a pause for concern, because you're almost hoping that there's something that's causing it versus it just not working properly. May have been the case. There were maybe a couple that were stuck but not really pulled out like together. But once I flipped this out into the jar, popped everything out, just cleared it, re-poured it, tested it, everything's working correctly. I took out a few of the Starburst, or excuse me, the specialty gumballs. Just try to keep everything moderately level. Hopefully the Skittles move a little bit faster since there's more dispensing now.
A prefabricated or prefab home.
But like I said, it's important to test all the machines to make sure everything's working properly. Because I got in my car, I was about to leave. I was done with this location, and it dawned on me. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to test the machines. It's a Viver, it's good, it's running correctly. No, test your machines. Make sure they're working correctly, right? Because anything can happen on any machine, and as you can see, I'm not giving enough Skittles. I don't like that, right? Because people are going to feel like they're getting gypped. They're not going to want to use the machine. And then on top of that, the Starburst didn't dispense. Then it dispensed too many, and then it didn't dispense. And right there, I was like, okay, Houston, we have a problem. So I fixed it. Let's hope it's running correctly. Next time I'm here, hopefully I just test it and it works properly and just continues to do so. Because if someone thought that they weren't going to get candy, they're not going to use it again. If I'm getting skimped, I'm not going to use it again. Not getting candy, not going to use it again, and that could be causing some action. Ultimately, this location seems like it's dried down. I've seen the same kid working here, and then the owner was here. Unfortunately, it seems like they only have one hair cutter on staff, probably because there's not enough action, right? We noticed this at a couple of other locations. Like I do have that one with the green Viver. She keeps wanting to put more candy in. I keep not wanting to put candy in. I have to keep them at a very thin level. And then at that point, I'm asking myself, is it even worth it? And so I have to, and this is a great machine. So I have to ask myself, and then on top of that, I'm giving this place 30%. He wanted 30%, which I understand, which is cool. I could still make it work, but still, is it worth it when the numbers are this low? I'll probably give it a few more months, even though I should really be cutting cords off a lot faster. I'm going to give it a few months, and if the numbers don't improve, I have to cut the machine. Same with the other one, with that green one. That one's got to go. I should probably just grab that today, sell it, be done with it, get rid of the location. Moving on to the next. I am melting faster than the Wicked Witch of Wizard of Oz when some water gets splashed on her. Please splash more water on me. I'm hot AF, dude. I am melting in my car. Get some air conditioning, for Christ's sakes, Corey. Get some air conditioning, I try to cut costs, make some sacrifices for the side hustles. My phone was overheating. It does that frequently. It is super hot out here, but dedicated to you guys and my channel and to my work. So I just want to go ahead and show you the improvement that I just did on this location over here that I've been really wanting to get to because it's been a couple months. So let's just go ahead and get in here and take a look. So right here, it was a mixed bag of, it looked like M&Ms and maybe some other varieties, and it was pretty low. The Skittles looked about the same. I just topped them off. The gumballs had some old gumballs that was probably not even from my last batch of Blow Pop gumballs, but it was from like a different flavor, a different style, maybe the cotton candy. Nonetheless, you know, eventually they do get hard and they can break off in the machine, preventing the rest from dispensing. It was really low, so I might be able to still use most of them, but I definitely have to cut out. As you can see, there's like an orange one from the old school that doesn't belong. That was when I tested the machine. That was the last one that came out. Everything else is going to be Blow Pop, so that should do better. The Starbursts were really low. These two are like the lowest. The nice thing is these peanut M&Ms, I got a deal today on the 4th of July ones, which is great because I need it because they're so expensive. But one problem is it is so hot that these Starbursts are very soft. These peanut M&Ms are very soft. When I tested it, unfortunately, one came out like smushed. They will acclimate in this environment. It's not super cool in here, but it's definitely like a moderate to cool temperature. Definitely more cool than outside. And then yeah, really cool shop, really huge shop. A lot of people, a lot of customers, a lot of employees, which is great. And the Starburst at the bottom, you could tell like I was touching them. They were like rock hard, the way I need them to be, the way I want them to be for this to work out perfectly. And there was enough of a layer for them to go through that before they start getting to these ones, to give them time to acclimate into this new environment. So they will come back from being too soft. Same with the peanut M&Ms. The Skittles I never have to worry about, which is nice. The specialty gumballs I don't have to worry about that as well, which is nice. But this is the best I could do. After some time, they'll be better, but you can even see that there is like some like almost like chocolate sweat on a couple of them because, you know, it's just so hot in my trunk. There's only so much I can do. I mean, maybe if I did have the air conditioning on and I had all the candy in my car, you know, that might be something to think about, you know. I do want to put a layer down here to prevent the ants. I should probably do that before I collect. All right, I tested the Starburst. They're dispensing correctly. Everything's wiped down, and I do have some ointment down here at the bottom for ant prevention. Let's go ahead and finally get to the good part, which isn't looking that good. But keep in mind, a lot of quarters get stuck in this machine. These bolts I have to tighten. They're missing like a little piece that I thought was an extra, but really it just goes on the top part. We got the other side feeling a little bit more weighty, which is nice. There's probably some quarters inside as well, and they're all also probably stuck in here. I should probably get. $43.50. But like I said, there's probably some quarters still in there, and we are taking off 20% off the top, so 4.3 times 2, 43.75. 43.50, 4.3. We're at 8.6, 8.75. $8.75 off the top. For a grand total of $35.75. What's up, man? That's for you. That's for me? Yeah. You can hang on to that in case you want to get orders. Yeah. Cool. Everything looks good. The peanut M&Ms and the Starburst need a little bit of time to acclimate to the better weather, the moderate temperatures. It was a melter cooker on the way over here, so it was tough to purchase that. There's still some Starburst in here, so like that should be fine, but I would hold off on the peanut M&Ms for a minute. Machine looks good. You know, this black on black double candy looks good. I just don't think it's getting much action, unfortunately. I want to say last time I was here was 6'4". 6'4" might be the right date. 6'4", 7'4", 8'4", 9'4". I gotta check my dates, but it's been, I would say, at least 2, if not 3 months. Time flies by. And unfortunately, it just isn't the right location. Because I guess they're not getting any foot traffic, but unfortunately, yeah, I think even if I switch the candy, I don't think that would help enough. Even if I put in like some Starburst or something else, I just don't think it's there. 2 or 3. Yeah, some of these locations, you know, I'm excited to try, you know, and I think they're really cool for letting me do it. And some of them even know, hey, this might not be a good fit. And this just happens to be one of them, right? They have a full-size snack machine out front, which probably does enough of their job for them, right? Unfortunately, we're looking at about $4, which isn't enough for 1 month, let alone 2 or 3. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull this machine, sell it, or find it a new home. But, you know, usually summer is even a little bit better than winter, which we're ending right now. So I feel like if it can't make it in the summertime, it probably can't make it in the winter. I don't think a few more months would really make a difference. It was probably just some of the employees that were using it that had some loose change in their pocket after they got back from lunch or something, paid cash, had coins in their pocket, maybe in their car. But unfortunately, yeah, $4 just isn't gonna cut it. I mean, maybe if it had not even $4 a month would probably be enough, because that would only be 12 pulls. That's not even a pull a day, right? We're trying to get a pull a day, right? And that's keeping like the line low, keeping the bar low. 1 pull a day, 25 cents times 10 days is $2.50 times 3 for 30 days. That's $7.50 times 3, which is $22.50. $22.50 for 1 pull a day. So if it's been 2 months, that means we're looking technically for $44, $45, and if this was 3 months, then we'd be looking at $65, $67, $68, right? Unfortunately, just isn't here. So we're just gonna cut our losses, take the machine. You know, it's a bummer too, because it's a real spacious area. The air conditioning is on. It feels really cool in here. I probably could just sit here and gather myself and just cool off for a minute. Unfortunately, that's gonna... Yeah, the only reason I can think of is if these candies were not dispensing, which there's no way all 3 of these are not dispensing correctly. So unfortunately, yeah, it's just the location. It's just not getting the action. All right, we've had some hit, we had some misses. I didn't even film the last one. And the one before that, you could see, was pretty pitiful, right? So we made $4. On my notes, it says 6.4, and we're on 9.5. It feels like 2 months. My notes could be wrong by a month. I can't imagine it being 3 months, right? I even asked the lady on the second one, and she said I was here in July. I think it makes more sense than June. Both my notes are wrong? Maybe. Definitely capable of it. And it definitely feels more like 2 months than 3 months. And the benefit of the doubt would be in my favor. But let's just say 2 months. The first location, a tire location, it made $4 in 2 months, possibly 3. Second type tire location, maintenance, whatever, $7 it made. She's a really nice lady. She put quarters all over the spill tray so that people could just grab the quarter, put it in, which is nice to our customers and to me. I have another location that does that as well. The first barbershop was good. The other barbershop was good, right? We're getting the right numbers we want. We put in the work, we put in the machines, everything's working out well. I have another barber shop right here, which I think is going to be more promising. Let's go take a look. I am, I think, starving and super dehydrated. This heat is getting to me. I'm gonna have to wrap this day up. All I want to do is grub, hydrate, and go to the beach. And now it is like, I don't know, almost 5. So my work day has got to be done for now. But if you think about it, you know, we got through 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, 6 locations today. Oh, the nail salon actually was pretty good too. All right, here we are. Let's take a look. This one, interesting enough, has a candy machine, a full size. Wow, this place is popping like champagne. What up, dude? What's going on? Hey, what up? As you can see, it's kind of empty on this full size snack machine. They just have a variety of chips, and it looks like they have some mini donuts. And so that's why it's kind of nice that I have the candy machine right here. This would probably be a good spot for my 4-chamber. That fan feels amazing. The 4-chamber, considering they don't have any chocolate, I gotta get some peanut M&Ms in for this location, right? But as you can see, completely out of Starburst for who knows how long, super low on the gumballs. And yeah, I think a 4-chamber would be perfect for this location. I think, considering that it's getting the action, I should probably go get a 4-chamber and bring this in as soon as possible. So very good news right there. I'm going to do some work on this, and then we'll go ahead and do some calculations. It is locations like this that makes it all worthwhile to me. Now, like I said, this was one of those locations that I set up either 6th month or the 7th month, so I can't tell if it's been a 2 or 3 month collection. If it's been 3 or 2, the numbers are still awesome. I hope that I didn't leave the back key and someone took it. Remember, I talked about this in my last one of my last videos at a bar where I left the key there and someone took it and he gave it back. People are fucking ruthless. And guy's pulling the machine. I wonder where he's putting it. He's pulling the machine. Where's he going with it? If not there, then where? I kind of want to see what's going on. This suspicious looking kid was looking at me and I was thinking, did this guy take the back key? You know what sucks is the top key is different, the bottom key is not. So even if I put in like a 4-chamber, you would still have access to the inside. It's like giving them keys to the kingdom, you know? It sucks. You know, that is definitely one of my greatest fears. The question is, could I put fresh locks on? Right? Can I take that machine to a locksmith and put just a new back lock on there, right? I think I can. It would just be kind of inconvenient and it would cost me some money. But I'm curious to find out how much it would cost and what it would take. And then it would only have one key, and then, you know, I only have the key. Versus some of these others. I thought the key was in my pocket. It wasn't in my pocket. I keep going back and forth. There was a baby that was screaming on the top of his lungs nonstop. I am burning up. I am dehydrated. I am hungry. I couldn't find the top key to this machine. I had to dig through my car 3 or 4 several times. So I think there's a chance that I just went from my pocket back to there, to my trunk of my car where I put my keys. I don't know if, I can't imagine no, I don't think I left the key in the back. But I'll tell you this, I left the top one on the top, which is a cardinal sin is too, right? And that's probably why I was tripping out that the bottom key wasn't in my pocket. And I started thinking, do I leave it in the back? But I don't think so, as I'm like replaying it in my head. But still, a bad habit, leaving the top one. Never leave your keys on the machines. Keep track of them. But yeah, you know, I'm like pulling out 20 different keys to try to find the right key here, so I'm shuffling like crazy. It's kind of frustrating. I'm curious to see where they just brought the machine, because it was in the front and now it's in the center, just sitting there chilling. I wonder why. Huh. It's kind of odd. I'm not sure why they pulled it out like that. But anyways, if all said and done went well, then I just want to say that this is actually a pretty solid location, because it made some collections. I don't know. This is weird. Some dude came out acting like he was up to no good, checking me out, seeing if I was still here or not. I don't know what's going on. You know, the problem is, I mean, I could bring in a different brand, but then again, it's going to be a different type of candy, and on those machines, I can't put Starburst, so that would have to get switched to something else. Now, a solid location, like, I could do that, and those locks are pretty banging, dude. You really can't mess with them. I don't want to worry about this. I don't know why my candy machine is just sitting in the center of the... What is going on? It's too hard to see. Anyways. I really want to know what's going on. It's weird. Suspicious. Yeah. It's interesting. It's just the unsettling feeling. I'm not sure what's going on. It was just weird that the guy came out, looked around, looked at me. Kid looked at me. They pulled the machine. It's sitting in the center of the front area. I don't know why. I just left. I gave the guy the quarters. Did I test the machine? I didn't test the machine. But nonetheless, this location just made $68 in 2 or 3 months. Either way, a very good collection. And that's why I was thinking about getting a 4-chamber up in here and getting some peanut M&Ms. They have that snack machine, but it only has chips and some donuts. They have no chocolate, anything. So I think they would do really well. And at a good location, you know, I just want to pump it out as best as possible. But anyways, I'm still like questioning what's going on, if anything, or maybe I'm tripping out. You know, Back when I like blazed it up, you know, it made sense to be like tripping on every little thing. But now during these days of no partying, I think consciously, and so that's why if I do pick up some sort of intuition that something seems off, I feel like there's a higher % chance that there could be. The question is what, right? The worst case scenario is you have my key. God, that would fucking suck. Outside of that, no. I can't think of another bad scenario except for the fact that I don't know. We're just gonna hope all is well. That's all we can do. We got to move on. You know, burning daylight over here. Let's just hope I'm just thirsty. Looks like we're all out of the Starburst. Reese's Pieces, look mid, specialty gumballs, lightning bolts, look somewhat low. Cleans up nicely. I subbed in some blow pop gumballs, put the labels on top instead of the bottom. Added a contact label. I'm doing Skills instead of the peanut butter Reese's Pieces, and then we do have the Starburst filled up. The temperature in here should acclimate the candy, but right now, it's probably better not use the Starburst right away because they are still on the softer side from being heated up in my car. I did put in a little Vaseline to keep any sort of ants away, and now we're going to see what's going on in the back. Do a quick collection. Not bad. I think it should do better with this type of candy, as long as everything dispenses correctly. Make sure there's no dimes, nickels, or pennies, because we all know those weighs as quarters. We're trying to get an accurate assessment of what's going on. The nice thing is those things fall right through. Essentially, it's just free money, but at least, most importantly, it doesn't make the machine jam. It's kind of tough with one-handed. So we're taking 6 off the top. Not bad. That's gonna be it for right here. Boom.